Hey, it's time to huddle up now with Bob Slovak, Jason Alexander, the consummate pro out of Carlton Woods. Jason, how you doing, my man?
I tell you, we got the rain out of here today, Bob. Sun's out. We got some golfers showing up. We're all ready to huddle up here at 2 o'clock.
I hope you're Carpath only.
We probably are. We got a little rain this morning. It wasn't very good, but we got a bunch of plays. NCAA March Madness. The Rockets, Christian Wood back tonight, catching 12.5 from the Warriors. So we're ready to do a little gambling tonight as well.
Well, I'm going out to the Rockets game. I'm taking my son out there at spring break, and I said, hey, let's go watch Steph Curry and the Warriors. But I guess we get to see Christian Wood. He's back, right? Is that the word?
That's the word. Back tonight, and, Oladipo and Wall, hopefully. And I tell you, 12.5, we got the full squad that won 8 of 9. We finally have our squad back that won 8 of 9 and not the losers of 17 straight back tonight against Golden State. See what we got.
Are they going to snap the streak?
I don't think they're going to snap the streak, but I think they're going to cover the 12.5. They'll snap the non-cover streak. That's for sure. That's where we're putting our money.
All right. Hey, we got a special guest this week here on the Huddle Up. He is the one and only Galen Robinson, former U of H Cougar, currently playing with the Spurs G League team. Hey, how you doing there, Galen?
I'm good. How about yourself?
We're looking good. You got that beard going, man. You got the beard. I love it.
Thank you.
All right, so just for everybody to know, Galen Robinson played for U of H, had 4 great years as a Cougar. I looked it up, Galen. You played 136 games in a U of H uniform, won 103 of them, second winningest U of H Cougar of all time on the basketball court. Real quick, give me your memories of playing at U of H.
The memories of my freshman year, I'd say they're pretty. It's kind of far out. The years I remember the most are obviously my junior and senior year playing at Fertitta Center. But the whole ride was just amazing to watch the program from where it started to where it is now. And I'm just glad that I could have been a contributor to the success of the program.
That is awesome. I remember the ride a couple of years ago. You guys went to the Sweet 16. I was along with it with you guys. Your memories of that in your senior season.
Repeat the question, please.
I said the Sweet 16 ride that you had going a couple of years ago. Just your memory of that. I mean, I was along with it there for a few of the games. It was awesome.
Yeah, that whole experience was tremendous. For that thing, my last year, and we do the things that we did. Obviously, I felt like we could have advanced further, but just seeing how the fans and how the whole entire Houston community rallied behind us, it was a tremendous feeling. And to kind of do something of semi-importance in my book, to go that far in the tournament when, a lot of people didn't even believe that we were a tournament team at the beginning of the season. So it was just fun to just see that because that was just a dream come true for me.
And I think this season, Galen, the fans are with the Cougars again, and I mean, I can feel some excitement with what Kelvin Sampson has done over there. How far do you think this Cougars team can go in the tournament?
Obviously, I'm biased. I think they can win the national championship, but they have all the tools, all the pieces to make such a run. Great guard play. Everybody plays within themselves. Everybody's bought into the system. So those are all recipes for success, especially in March.
Galen, don't you think, real quick, Bob, Galen, Jason Alexander here, I'm looking at the Midwest. I think it's the best pocket to be in of any of the brackets to get out of. I think they've got a wonderful shot coming out of the Midwest.
Yeah, but, honestly, what I learned about the tournament is everybody can be beaten. So, honestly, I think they can beat anybody in the country, so it doesn't even matter, in my opinion, which draw they get, because I know they can compete with anybody in the country. But luckily, they got that's a place you want to be, where they are.
Well, they're opposite Gonzaga. That doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah, that helps out.
That don't hurt at all.
Hey, I got them beating Oklahoma State to get to the Final Four, so I got them in my bracket going pretty far for sure.
Yeah, I got to do my bracket.
Galen, I got one of my pros here that played at Concordia Lutheran that said they took y'all down in one of the little basketball tournaments. He said Galen went on to bigger and better. He works for us now at the club. He's out giving golf lessons, so better he did. But he wanted to give you a shout out here from Concordia Lutheran here.
That's crazy because I remember that game. So I remember them beating us. Man, I was so salty. Man, I was salty.
I was about to ask if that was true. So they did beat you. So hats off to Concordia Lutheran, man. Hey, so Galen, you're in the G League now. You played a couple of seasons, finished off your second season. I saw where you won the Jason Collier Sportsmanship Award. Congratulations!
Oh no, it's the connection is kind of what'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
You won that sportsmanship award, that Jason Collier Sportsmanship Award for the G League. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, I was definitely glad to win that. Just because I was a late addition, so I started off in the player pool, and Austin picked me up kind of halfway through the G League season, and I'm just glad they recognize the positive impact that I tried to have with the guys. You know, it's definitely something I'm proud of. You know, it's always nice to be recognized as a good guy. So it was pretty cool to me.
That is good. That is good. You're leading by example for sure. So what are your goals right now? You know, playing wise, what are your goals looking forward?
As of right now, I'm taking it easy. Having been to Germany and then coming back and then gone to the bubble, it was kind of an emotional year, to say the least. So now I'm just kicking back, enjoying the fruits of my labor. Probably start back getting into the flow of things next week. But in regards to my plans, try to hit it hard in April. And my agent told me there are a couple of job opportunities, different places around the world. So we'll weigh those options and then see about moving forward.
Get to see the world, man. There's nothing wrong with that if that's where you want to pursue.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
One question here real quick. So the Cougars open with Cleveland State. They're minus 20.5. What's the prediction here, Galen, in round one? Just what's the final score going to be here?
I don't know, but I know that you can't underestimate somebody that's you can't underestimate anybody in March. It's win and go home for everybody. And Cleveland State, they have players that they're also on scholarship. So
Sure.
But I'm anticipating a Cougar victory. But I don't want to jinx nothing. I just want to let them go out and play and earn it.
I totally agree.
Sounds like he's Jason. It sounds like he's saying take the points.
It does. I'm going to say Cougars win by 24. They like to they'll throttle. They're not scared to lay that right pedal down.
Well, yeah, that's right. That leads me up to my next question, Galen. What makes Kelvin Sampson such a good coach? Because he's a good coach on so many different levels. What makes him such a solid coach?
I'd say it's relatability. I'm black. Coach Sampson, he's also a minority. So there are things that he's a smart guy, and every time you talk to him, you learn something. And he's taught me so much about how to conduct myself and how to carry myself. And we've had a lot of intimate conversations. And for you to be able to talk to someone that openly, you know that they care about you. And it kind of makes you want to do whatever you can it makes you want to buy in because you know that they're fully invested in you. So, Coach Sampson, he's great at what he does, and he's going to push you beyond whatever you thought you could do. You're going to achieve way higher than what the limit, the goal you set for yourself. So, I'm just glad to have trusted him, and I'm glad that he invested in me.
That's
cool.
wonderful.
And so before I let you go, I mean, we know that Coach Sampson loves to get on the freshmen and pretty much set an example. Tell me what he did to you, because I know he did something, Galen.
My freshman year, I was the only freshman on the team. I just remember, like, I would have to run so much for messing up. It's just like every time he blew the whistle, it was like I just started to run to the baseline because I thought I knew I did something wrong. I know I got to run. Like it was, oh man, that was a heck of a year. But by him doing that in me, by the time I was a senior, he had given me complete freedom to kind of figure things out on my own. And that's just a testament to his greatness because he knows that he prepared me, ever since I first got to campus. And that's what helped our team. So, hats off to coach, but it's definitely I definitely have some freshman stories that some of them I can't tell, but I got a lot of them, man, and they are brutal.
I know you did, but last thing for you. Now, you went to Westbury Christian. You're a local Houston product. We got Quentin Grimes. He came home, and he has become an unbelievable player. The fact that Coach Sampson gets guys like you and Fabian and Quentin, he's getting some of the top players in the area to stay home, and that is what brought the Cougars back into the picture. Just speak on that a little bit for me about what it's like to be a homegrown player stay.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of common sense. You can't be this school in this great conference, and the players in your hometown think they have to go somewhere else. You know, like that's kind of like a slap in the face. And I remember when I decided to go to Houston. It wasn't cool, obviously, and like all the other players in the city, they were going to this school, that school, because those are bigger schools then, you know. But and I've talked to Coach about this also. But when we started winning and we were top 25 this, top 25 that, players would ask me like, "Hey, do you talk to Coach?" So I could think about, because I'm thinking about transferring. But it's just like, you're trying to transfer here, but we're better than your team at your school. Like you're not playing at your school, you're not gonna play here either, you know. So I can't help you. But Coach Sampson, he knew to have, because Houston, it breeds a lot of talent, and for him to have the success that he wanted to have, which is what he's having now, and probably even beyond, he knew he was going to have to be able to recruit out of Houston, and that was his plan, and he stuck to it.
Definitely. Real quick, man, remind everybody about your T-shirts and hats and what that's all about and how you can get them.
Well, it started off as T-shirts and hats. Now it's kind of grown a little bit to different, different kind of articles of clothing. But it's called Substantial. The meaning behind it is to find your purpose, and it's just kind of positivity and shedding awareness through clothing. You know, it gives me a chance to be creative, and it's definitely. Like when playing basketball, it kind of takes up a lot of your mental space, and sometimes you got to kind of escape that. So it's kind of like the perfect escape for me, and it gives me a chance to be creative. So definitely a cool little deal I have going.
And it's called Substantial?
It's called Substantial, yes, sir.
What's the website? It's
the number 1 and then substantial.com.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Go to it, man. You can find. I know it's hats and T-shirts, but it's a bunch of other stuff now. Huh?
Galen, y'all need to add a cup too. I have my own cup, so you get your cup here.
There you go. Make it a full thing, man. Just take it across there. Galen, man, thank you so much for joining us, man. Go Cougars! We're gonna be all red and white once the tournament starts.
It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
There you go. Friday night, first game for the Cougars against Cleveland State. Galen, you be safe, my man, and I'll check in with you down the road.
Yes, sir. Take care. Thank you for having me.
Okay, buddy. Thank you. All right, Galen Robinson, former U of H Cougar, man. Good to have him on and talk a little basketball. And he really, Jason, he gave us some great insight on Coach Sampson.
Absolutely. I think we all kind of know that, but to hear it from one of the players, great stories. And that's, you talk about motivating just in life and business and obviously coaching. That goes a long way in getting everybody to buy in.
Oh yeah, he's got him. He's got him working for sure. All right, hey, pull out your bracket, Jason. Let's
got it right here, Bob.
I know you do. You probably got point spreads on everything too. So I quickly went through it a while ago, man. I got some good matchups down the line. I got upsets though, man. I went ahead and I took Winthrop to win a couple. I mean, right there. But of course, I got Baylor, Arkansas in the Elite Eight, Oklahoma State, U of H, Texas, Georgetown's a team I think is going to make a little bit of a run. That's what I'm thinking. And then Zaga and Iowa on the other side. But yeah, I think it's going to be good. What do you got?
Well, kind of a little sleeper team. I like St. Bonaventure to make a little bit of a run, win a couple of games. Obviously, Gonzaga is going to go all the way. They're going to make it to the Final Four, and I've got them playing Baylor in the championship game. But I agree with you. I think Georgetown's going to make a little run. I think Texas. I think this is a different Texas team. Obviously, some early round exits in the past. I think they're going to put that behind them, and this is going to be a different brand of basketball in March for the Texas Longhorns. So I've got them going all the way to the Final Four as well.
Can they? So you got them beating Alabama then?
I do. I've got them beating Bama in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a tough one right there. I mean, that's going to be a battle. But yeah, I'm interested to see what Georgetown does with Patrick Ewing leading the way there. But U of H looks good. Now Oklahoma State lost the Big 12 tournament final to Texas, but
Barely.
Oklahoma State, man, they got a team that can make a run, and I got them matching up against U of H there.
I do too. The Elite Eight, yes, sir. I've got the same. I think Oklahoma State. That Midwest, I get everybody can win, lose, but I just think that Midwest. I think Oklahoma State and Houston are the two best teams in that bracket. So I expect them to get to the Elite Eight and have a little showdown to get to the Final Four.
All right, real quick, tell me what. I mean, this starts on Friday, and you got 30.
Yes.
That starts to Thursday. You got 36 games. How many are you laying something down on?
We're looking. We got 3 top games. Of course, we're going to lay way more than those. We're going to play a bunch of. But the top 3 I'd like to share, Bob, here on Huddle Up is St. Bonaventure. They're catching 1.5. We all think they're going to beat LSU outright. Big upset right out of the gate. Tigers are going down. I do like Texas to cover the 9 against Abilene Christian. I think this is going to show their power out of the gate in a route job against Abilene Christian. I like the Cougars minus 20.5 against Cleveland State. I think when you win by 30, 40, I think it makes a statement in those first-round games and to not stress yourself whatsoever. So I think some of these teams, like the Cougars and Longhorns, come out firing.
20.5. You're looking at a 10-point lead at halftime and build on that in the second half. I can see that happen.
What's it won't be 30, but I think it'll be 23-27.
What's the biggest spread? What's in the first round?
That's probably one of them. I've got my connoisseurs here. Guys, these guys are on a heater, Bob. They're NCAA experts. They're about 20-2 in their last 22 plays. But wow. I think 20's got to be close to it. What's Gonzaga?
23, Iowa.
Gonzaga's 23.
Illinois.
Gonzaga's 23. Okay. Yeah. Well,
I just found out Baylor's 26. So we'll have some mid-20s. In all those games, Bob, usually they'll have about a 35-point lead and coast it in the last 5 minutes. But, those number 1 seeds historically, they laid the lumber down pretty good out of the gate.
What is your partner there saying about Texas Southern St. Mary's? Can TSU win that play-in?
What do you think, guys? Yeah. They're giving me the head nod. They can win the play-in. Absolutely.
Well, I think they will. Of course, then they got to play Michigan, but hey, that's part of it.
Michigan, I think they're one of the looser top-rated teams from what I've seen. For the number 1 seed, I think they're the weakest one. So I'm expecting Michigan to maybe get a little run, and I've got St. Bonaventure upsetting them.
That'd be so much fun just to see TSU hang with Michigan until the final minute or two.
That would be awesome.
just for fun. It would be to see because the Tigers, we know, are going to give it everything they got. All right, man. The tournament's going to be great.
Real quick on golf, did you watch the Players on Sunday? Did you see Justin Thomas and come down 18 and duck hook it and it stayed in by about a yard?
Okay, I still don't know how that duck hook stayed in bounds. I mean, it must have had some side spin just to spin back into the fairway a little bit. I'm
talking about his grandpa kind of kicking that back in the fairway because there was some divine intervention on that shot. It had to have been. 99% of those are going to kick left in the water. So good for T after all he's been through.
He was strong. He was strong for sure. And I'm not a big fan of Justin Thomas, but I had to be pulling for him on Sunday, and it was great to see him win that. So what do we got? 3 weeks before the Masters?
We do. We have Honda coming up this week, the old Bear Trap, but Masters right around the corner. We're all excited and getting ready for that in April.
What happened? Did Fitzpatrick make the top 10, or did he just finish right out?
Right out. I think he finished 12.
I know. I kept looking. I kept watching for you.
It's 7-1. That was a heck of a sweat. Good bet. But he's not even the last day. He was right there.
He was right there. All right. And so you still, let me see. Do you have a pick for the Masters yet?
I don't. I'm waiting. I guess a couple more weeks. If it were today, and I hate to do this because I'm really not that big of a fan, I'm taking Bryson DeChambeau. And that's strictly financial, Bob. Strictly financial.
He's playing well. I hope to see Spieth play well. We'll talk more about the Masters down the road. Before we get going here, we have to talk about the hot topic of the day, and it's kind of one of those sports moving into news topic. Deshaun Watson had a complaint filed against him of misconduct, and You got Tony Busby representing the plaintiff, and I believe Rusty Harden's going to represent Deshaun Watson. So we got a he said, she said here. Now, I read the complaint, and okay, is it real? Is it credible? I don't know. So,
well, if Harden gets involved, there's something to it. But I think Deshaun's reputation's got to uphold him. He's never been in any trouble. He's only been first class, and let's hope that this kind of washes away. Even with everything going on with the Texans, that's his personal life, and so I hope none of that really comes back to.
We hope it's not true. We hope it's not true, but we'll see what comes out when they take it to court and everything. And then, of course, that kind of oversees the fact that the Texans going to trade him, and then we saw. They're kind of moving toward trading him when they get to retire the quarterback from the Chargers yesterday.
Agreed. And I think, I read some reports this morning. It looks like obviously it's the same guys, but Carolina is really putting a big proposal together. And then I read a deal that Deshaun only wants to go to Denver or San Francisco. The Jets are out. So I know there's some internal conversations going on. They're not public, but we'll see. And the Texans, they're always going to get the best deal for him. But I think my money, I think he goes to the Niners. I think he's going to go to the Niners.
Yeah, the Niners would be a much better spot because Denver's in a rebuild there. I mean, I don't know why he'd want to go there. But, yeah, the Niners. We'll see who the Texans get the most from. That's where he's going to go.
That's right. I don't care where he goes, Bob, as long as we get about 3 or 4 number ones. He can go wherever.
They got to start a rebuild here. Not much of a rebuild with the Astros. They do have some pitching that they have to add to. We had Steve Sparks on last week. He said, yeah, we're going to see a lot of pitchers come and go. But good to see Alex Bregman back.
Bregman's back? You betcha.
He was looking good. Jordan, I think, is going to play again today, Jordan Alvarez. So the lineup is there. And, man, we're like 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away from an opener. So I'm getting a little bit excited for baseball.
March Madness, opening day MLB. I mean, the Rockets hopefully can win a game. There's a lot coming up here, Bob.
We're going to go for it. Well, me and my son, we're headed for the Rockets game tonight, so we'll have a good time there and everything. And good to have Galen Robinson on. And man, I'm looking for the tournament. Jason, man, it's been a fefew years, but for a good 15-year stretch, at least 12-year stretch, I was in Vegas every first week of the tournament. That's the place to be.
It's the best place to be on earth. In round 1 of the NCAA tournament, I've got to go once, and it was a lifetime memory. That's for sure. I wish I was back.
It was unbelievable. And like we play a lot of parlays. I know you're not a fan of the parlays, but we do those 3-team parlays, and we would hit on them every once in a while. But
all bets are off when it comes to the NCAA tournament. You can do whatever the heck you want. This is a time to have a ton of parlays, have some fun, especially in round 1. There's so many games. It's just the best TV possible.
Oh, man, you can put them out there. But most of the time, it was always like, I can't find the window for 2 out of 3.
Yeah, it's hard to hit. Bob, do me one favor. When you and Kiddo are at the game tonight, if Sterling Brown catches a 3 for the Rockets to lose by 11, just know I want y'all to go crazy. And they're going to go, what are y'all hearing about? Back, my All-Pro had him at plus 12. See?
He's got him at plus 12. We'll be pulling for you, Jason. We'll be pulling for you. All right, man, that'll do it for Huddle Up today with Jason Alexander. Thanks again to Galen Robinson for joining us here. We'll be back here again next week. You can catch this, of course, recorded on my Sports Slovak Facebook page. I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel, and we're going to get up on other platforms as well because we just like to have fun here, talk a little sports, kick it around, and maybe help you make some money.
Always good to huddle up, Bob. Ring the bell.
You got it. The bell has been rung. We will see you next week.